Und zwar hat einer meiner Lieblingsamerikanischen Meinungsblogger, Umperwill, deswegen auch gelber Rand hier, ne? Ein neues Video hochgeladen zu der P. Diddy-Geschichte in Amerika. Da hat man hier noch nicht so viel drüber mitbekommen. Und nichtsdestotrotz will ich das unbedingt hier mit euch einmal erleben. Deswegen kommt ihr gerne hier rein und nehmt euch einen Stuhl und ich esse nebenbei. Deswegen schmatze ich euch sowieso ins Ohr. Und wir gehen rein. Es wird richtig wild. Es wird richtig wild. Wer P. Diddy nicht kennt, so, das ist der da. Der ist auch schwarz. Los geht's.
First time anybody said that in a long time, I bet.
Halt, ich kann mal hier den Untertitel anmachen auf niedrigschwelligen Hasen.
When you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you.
So sehe ich jetzt keinen Untertitel.
Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, is a talented man who is well established in the rap community.
Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close to the bed.
Auch wenn ich Leute nur Homo sagen höre, da krieg ich Krise bei. Ich wünsche dir eine angenehme Nacht. Vielen Dank fürs dabei sein. Ich krieg die Krise, wenn Leute nur Homo sagen. Digga, wenn es notwendig ist zu betonen, no Homo, so, Bro, da bist du wirklich sehr unsicher in deiner Sexualität. Ich kann auch mit Kollegen chillen, ohne dass da irgendwas Sexuelles, ne, also das ist gar nicht in meinem Kopf. Also, das nochmal extra zu betonen. Vielleicht sind da Zweifel bei deiner Sexualität. Vielleicht sprichst du da mal mit deinem Therapeuten drüber. Also, das ist halt so sass. Das ist so sass. So, Digga.
It's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed.
A community I am very familiar with.
Never seen a cowboy drill like me. Gold teeth and a brand new Chris White.
Due to P. Diddy's rap game, he established himself successfully on both coasts, even during the East and West Coast rivalries.
Hey, dann beiden?
The executive producer that a comment was made about a little bit earlier. But check this out. Contrary to what other people may feel, I would like to say that I'm very proud of Dr. Dre, of Death Row, and Suge Knight for their accomplishments. And all this East and West that needs to stop.
He has had much success in the world with songs such as Victory and I'll Be Missing You. Not to mention being very successful with his boy Notorious B.I.G. right alongside him.
The Tupac article had me
pissed
off, you know what I'm saying?
War der nicht in den Tod von Tupac verwickelt?
Because first of all, he dissed my man, said my man turned his back on him, and I know for a fact that didn't happen, you know what I'm saying?
However, it seems P. Diddy's legacy has been a bit tainted recently
Trafficking.
because of some new information that's come out about how he's not that good of a guy. And he's actually like sort of the Jeffrey Epstein of rap, and that's pretty accurate, it seems like, at least.
Good morning. Quiet right now, but it was a chaotic scene with federal agents rushing into the home here behind me. There were two separate raids, one here in this upscale neighborhood, the other in Miami, both connected to a federal trafficking investigation.
How ironic that someone with the surname Combs is a groomer. Pew, pew, pew. The thing got, so you've definitely heard of P. Diddy. Well, he's getting sued by a fella named Little Rod, aka Rodney Jones. I'm assuming these are real service medals. Justin Dior Combs, P. Diddy's son, A. Diddy, J. Diddy, D. Diddy, I don't know what his name is. Ethiopia.
J. Diddy, A. What the hell? Heißen die wirklich alle so?
The former CEO of Motown Records is also being sued. I'm just gonna be honest, she looks like she might be scheming right now. That is not a facial expression that people who are not schemers make. This guy, Lucien Charles Grange, also a massive schemer looking fella. Christina Coram, chief of staff at Combs Enterprises. Chief of staff, I thought that was a political thing, like an actual governmental position. I didn't realize that there was a chief of staff at Combs Enterprise. There are also other individuals named in the lawsuit that are just listed as John and Jane Does. Then there's all the record companies and corporations also named as defendants in the lawsuit. It's good to see UMG named. I like that. It's pretty cool. They pull some BS on us content creators, so, you know. So what is this lawsuit about? Well, the lawsuit alleges that Diddy was attempting to groom Little Rod into engaging in gay sex. That's right, gay sex. That's right, gay sex. The story is as follows. Diddy knew that Jones looked up to Stevie J, music producer, DJ, television personality fellow. He's won a Grammy for his
Ohne Witz. Warum sind diese typischen Klischees immer wahr? Also, What the hell? Macht ein P. Diddy etablierter Dude in der Industry, nutzt seine Position aus, um andere Menschen, in dem Fall diesen Little Rod oder sowas, für Gefälligkeiten zu hebeln. Zu viel zur Unsicherheit. Ja, da war jemand wohl doch nicht so no homo. Ja, da war jemand doch nicht so no homo unterwegs. Deswegen wollte er so auf Ernst, ne? Hier sind wir gar nicht schwul, sind wir nicht, nein. So. Wer hätte das gedacht?
Work, and he's produced for artists like Mariah Carey, the Notorious B.I.G., and Jay-Z as well. So Diddy shared a video that allegedly showed Stevie J penetrating another fellow, all right, and Diddy said, this is normal practice in the music industry. Even Stevie J is doing it. You know, an appeal to an idol, I guess. What the hell? Shoo, bud, that takes that whole fucking, if your friends jumped off a bridge, would you go with them thing to a whole nother level, man. If your friends engaged in gay sex, would you do it with them? If they're in the music industry and they've won a Grammy, of course. Now, the photo that's in the lawsuit is not Stevie J. It's an older video of someone involved in Korn who confirmed on Twitter that it was in fact him and not Stevie J, which muddies the water of the lawsuit. So it's like, all right, what exactly is going on here? That's me, SMH. What do you mean it's you? Were you at Diddy's party? No, I'm a Korn man. What the fuck? Diddy also informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual acts with two redacted rappers as well as Stevie J. And internet sleuths, by the way, were very quick to speculate as to who that could be, the two redacted names, and they proposed that it's Usher and Meek Mill. And they proposed this based on annotations at the bottom of the page, annotation 5 and 6. He's a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. He performed at his Super Bowl and had a successful pregnancy. Man, that just like exposes him completely. It's not redacted at all, bro. That's quite literally just like, there's only one person. What do you do? That's not gonna keep him sick. You can't put that. You just redact the names and they can give you 20 questions. Wow, he's a Wapple, and also he dated Nicki Minaj and he's from Philadelphia. Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj? Oh, crap. The lawsuit, as you can imagine, created a few miniature controversies in and of itself, but, you know, Meek Mill being named in this shit, he went on a day-long Twitter rant about being tied to the lawsuit, and Meek threatened DJ Academics because he was showing the lawsuit on stream. He specifically threatened him at the part where Academics reads the section above and called out Meek by name because he could, you know, put two and two there.
Ich liebe Umpa-Will, weil, also da würde ich gerne hin, ne, von meinem Videostil so. Der kann alle Themen besprechen, ohne dass das irgendwie langweilig ist oder irgendwie dumm oder sowas, so. Und der nimmt sich dabei null ernst und ist nie so der Preachy-Dude, so. Und der haut halt in dem Takt Videos raus, das ist so krass. Das ist so krass. Und der hat auch eine gute Reichweite, so, und hat halt irgendwie meiner Meinung nach nur interessante Videos, so, nur, die Mehrheit interessante Videos. Umpa-Will anders krass. Ich finde ihn auch todesfunny. Aber da kommt schon wieder der Neurodivergente in mir, so weil er ist halt autistisch, der Bre ist halt anders funny. Autisten generell, ne, die man so im Internet kennt, so die Bres so anders funny. Internet, so die, ne, die Autisten unter euch, so die, ne. Weil ich habe bis jetzt noch keine internet-autistische Person gesehen, die eine eigene Plattform hat, so und auch ein bisschen Humor kickt, so die ich nicht todesfunny fand.
You've been tweeting about everything on planet Earth. If you don't get a Twitter rant saying you about to get Lil Rod killed, you about to shoot up his block, blow his mama's house up, this is saying that you and Diddy were fornicating. What the Meek?
And then, instead of denying it, he calls Academics an alcoholic who's controlled by Yakub, which is pretty funny. He never even saw the lawsuit, apparently, before going on his rants. He thought it was AI generated, possibly. Academics, didn't I tell you stop playing game with my name? IDK what I'ma do when I actually see you. It's gonna have to be a combination to it, though. Academics, an alcoholic fully powered by the white man. Do you think posting that on every website? They be so mad they can't stop its few groups. Get me his addy, I'ma shoot a full production music video in front of his house. Lol, seriously, get me that one in NJ. Was you trafficking women? TF wrong with you, Brody. Let's find the real lawsuit to make sure it's Mo computer generated. It's obvious I'm going indecent, y'all gonna...
Debris. Es gibt keine Beweise in dem Sinne so. Und er postet einfach stundenlang aus einer Tour Machine Gun-mäßig so. Bruder, das sieht nicht aus, als wärst du unschuldig. Als wärst du da nicht involviert, wenn du hier komplett den Mäus machst. Das sieht so nichts aus, also...
I see a lot of bad press about me. I'm going against the system. They see it's wide open. We have a whole new system. This computer generated shit really deep faking y'all to try and destroy all the top place winners. Most people not smart enough to outbeat the A computer, they sheep. I can't be destroyed though. I'm a computer too outside.
Was redet
I
er?
can't read! Is this me? Or what is this? I love people just blaming shit on AI now, by the way. That's just like the most convenient excuse ever. If I am ever accused of anything horrendous, hopefully like murder or something like that, I'm just gonna be like, that's AI for sure.
You what?
Never mind, guys. Never mind. I do not own any trench coats like that. Okay, what the f? I only own dusters. When I got a girl around me, I'm effing her 2 times a day. Ask some of you favorites. P don't control me, but it's like a high. One love to the gay people, but that juicy P.
When I got a girl around me, I am... Bro! One love to the gay people, but the juicy... Bro! Ohne Witz. Wenn jemand sagt, ne, du bist schwul, oder hat der Verdacht, ne, dass du schwul bist, so, dann ist die Hypersexualisierung von Frauen nicht das Gegenargument dafür. Die kann nicht schwul sein, wenn die eine Frau ist, dann vögelt die ganze Zeit. Ah, okay, Bruder. Alles klar. Ja. Alles klar. Nee. Aber no hate gegen die ganzen Schwulen, so. Ja, Bruder, alles gut, alles klar, du bist ein Macher. Du bangst sie alle hart. Ja. So reagierst du doch nicht, wenn du dir... Ich meine, wenn jetzt jemand sagen würde, ich bin schwul, so, dann wäre ich ja nicht, nee, ich hab mit der geschlafen und der. So, dann würde ich sagen, ja, okay, dann findest du das halt so und draußen platzt, keine Ahnung. Juckt mich doch nicht, was du denkst. So, also, hä? Als nächstes sagt jemand, ich bin klein. Ja, und das stimmt in dem Fall sogar. Und auch das juckt mich nicht. So, also, ich weiß ja, was ich bin. So, wenn ich nicht schwul bin oder wenn ich schwul bin, dann bin ich das ja so oder so für mich, oder nicht? Das ist meine Sache. Ich verstehe nicht, warum man da... Es ist halt kindisch. Es ist halt derbe kindisch. I don't get it.
Do it for me. I done ran red lights to get that feeling. Y'all weird on here like devils. Man, if there was ever convincing evidence that someone's not gay, I'd say it's that tweet right there, man. That's true. Also, who cares if you're gay or not? Who cares about all this? Jamari, one of my favorite commentary channels, also talked about this whole Meek Mill thing and shared some suspicious clips with Meek and Diddy together.
But either way, the internet started ripping into Meek Mill over these rumors, pulling up old tweets like this where he says, "This D good as hell." This picture was also circulating online, saying that their matching outfits were couple goals.
Man, interesting. Very weird things, very suspicious. He also said that losing a cellmate is like losing a chick, which is awesome.
Nah, dude, you got a celly for 3 months.
That nigga cried when the celly left.
Pack it up, go to new jail. You gonna feel like you just lost a chick.
How many times you felt like that?
No. You ain't never lose your celly and feel like you lost a chick?
No. I lost some cellies that was some good, they went home, motherfuckers. And you'd be like, damn,
how many times you cried?
I ain't never cried, man.
Very, there's a lot of implication in that. There's a lot of data implicit in that statement. Losing a cellmate is like losing a chick. Is this a co-ed prison? No, probably not. Probably not, maybe. What do we think? What are we thinking, guys? What do we think? Also, Daddy.
Now, this video of Meek Mill hanging out in P. Diddy's pool while he talks to him has to be the hardest one to defend.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
You doing it, Daddy, is insane.
All of that paired with a soundbite that's going around on Twitter, allegedly of me.
He's definitely not gay. Ich verstehe nicht, warum? Don't stop. Don't try to hide it. It's doch okay. We don't judge. Das ist das Ding, es macht es ja erst unangenehm, wenn du so auf hypermaskulin versuchst, das irgendwie zu kaschieren. So, das ist doch einfach nur peinlich, mein Gott. Aber, Digga, sei doch einfach, wie du bist.
Mill, getting stuffed like a Thanksgiving turkey by Diddy, that paints a full picture, all right? And it's not unusual for a fun good night with the homies to end up, one of them gets cored like an apple.
What?
It's not unusual. And I'm not speaking from experience. I'm just a guy. Oh my God. Holy fuck. That's real, isn't it? I bet that's real. No, it's not. It's alleged. Not including the funny little miniature dramas that were sparked from this lawsuit, it also alleges that Diddy would constantly solicit acts from Jones or force Jones to have sex with sex workers, which is very, very, very odd and classic, using your power to influence and intimidate and control someone, which is...
Moment. Wenn es um Machtstrukturen geht, da können wir ja nicht da müssen wir Thomas rausholen. Wir müssen ja die Opfer, die müssen da ja auch, die müssen ja eingeordnet werden. Es kann ja nicht sein, dass wenn du da in Hollywood eine Karriere möchtest, dass du da nicht eigenverantwortlich darüber nachdenkst, was das bedeutet, dass du dich in dieses, also, wo ist denn Thomas, wenn man ihn braucht?
Epstein-style stuff, I mean, this is, we've been here before. He also made promises to Jones like he would win a Grammy if he just magically, connected. He just docked, if they docked with one another. He offered him $250,000 to purchase some instruments and also offered him ownership of a $20 million home in Miami, which is fucking crazy. Oh wait, you mean this home that's being raided by the Department of Homeland Security?
We're told this is part of a federal investigation into human trafficking led out of the Southern District of New York. Once again, you're looking at live pictures from the home of Sean Combs, also known as Diddy. HSI is on the scene right now.
Wow. But there was trouble in paradise when Diddy would go from promising Jones the world to threatening him with harm. Diddy allegedly said that he was willing to hurt his own mother to get what he wants, so he wouldn't think twice about harming Jones. Now, things get way darker, way worse. In July of 2023, there was a listening party in which Jones would solicit several for the party. At least 5 of them were under the age of 16, which is all crimes, all illegals. Everything is illegal about that. Also, all the women drank liquor, according to this document. Jones tried to leave the party, but DIDDIE forced him to stay. Jones was also to be passed off to...
Live-Bilder von einem laufenden Polizeieinsatz ist auch so ein Ami-Ding, ne? Ey, das ist auch so kaputt, ohne Witz. Das muss man sich mal reintun. Polizeieinsatz als Unterhaltungsmedium, oder wie? Aber du hautnah dabei bist.
Cuba Gooding Jr., that guy who played in some movies, I think he's been in some movies. While on a yacht, Diddy wanted Cuba to get to know Jones a little bit better, and Diddy left Cuba and Jones alone, which is very odd. I didn't know P. Diddy was that, like that famous or that powerful. P. Diddy net worth. Oh, I feel like when you get that powerful, you just get really evil, It's like you can't help it or something. It's like a thing. You just, you're not a person anymore, really. You're just a thing. You're just a thing that all your worst traits that are in every human are just hyper exaggerated when you don't have anyone to punch you in the face or tell you no, because you have so much money. You have just so much influence and power. Cuba Gooding Jr. allegedly began Mr. Jones, Little Rod, touching his butt crack and stuff. But obviously Little Rod rejected his advances and pushed him away, which is, good, I guess. This is Cuba touching him forcibly. It seems like bro kind of shit. I've had some bros do this before. You what? This is like a little bit too close, I guess. But all this though, is irrelevant because Cuba Gooding Jr. pled guilty to quite literally doing this. Like, this is cut and dry. Cuba's he's a bad guy. There's 30 women that came forward in 2022 with accusations of unwanted touching by Cuba Gooding Jr. So he's kind of a piece of shit.
Cuba Gooding, Digga, den kennt man doch. Das Gesicht kennt man doch. Cuba Gooding Jr. Digga, aus welchem Film kennt man den denn? Man of Honor. Wir nennen ihn nicht. Snow Dog und 8 Helden auf 4 Pfoten. Roadstrip. Cypher für King Norbert. Pearl Harbor. Eine Frage der Ehre. Ja, was? Das ist kompletter Predator, der Dreh, oder was? Nice. Wow. Ne? Ich würde sagen, weil das Gesicht kam mir bekannt vor. Und ich bin jetzt niemand, der viele Stars kennt oder so. Ja. Heißt es da.
He pled guilty, though, of course, after he denied all charges and contended that he was unfairly tarnished in the era of Me Too, which is such a funny thing to say, and then plead guilty. Why are so many people such pieces of shit? One thing I did notice in this is that Cuba Gooding Jr. is not a defendant in this case, so there was inappropriate touching, but he's not actually listed as a defendant, so he doesn't care enough, I guess. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but Diddy also allegedly had his head of security, Fahim Muhammad, this guy who looks like an absolute badass who could make people and problems disappear for Diddy. Fahim Muhammad. What a nice guy. His work experience, Combs. Why even have a LinkedIn if you're just gonna work at one place? Oh wait, co-founder of Oasis Investment Group, self-employed. Jones was terrified of Diddy, and he felt like he couldn't tell him no, which is classic in these cases of, you know, someone incredibly rich and incredibly powerful just exercising their influence over someone not as rich and not as powerful. It's sad, it's up, it happens quite frankly all the time. When Jones would try.
Und Thorsten wird jetzt wieder sagen, ja, da muss man ja auch ein bisschen Eigenverantwortung sammeln und sowas. So, weil, leider ist der Ort, das Geschlecht, der Status kein Ausflucht, kein Grund, um nicht misshandelt zu werden. Denn es geht hier um Macht. Es geht immer um Macht, wenn es um sowas geht.
To express his discomfort to Diddy's chief of staff, Christina Coram, she would downplay it and gaslight him into thinking it's no sort of big deal. These acts were Mr. Combs' way of showing that he likes you. Oh, he gets a little touchy, you know? He just gets a little touchy. We don't call him Mr. Combs touchy for no reason. It's because he's a fucking freak. Christina allegedly was also the one that would source drugs for Diddy for his consumption. I'm gonna get someone who can source various goods for me, like foods and things like that. Not drugs, because I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I don't do any drugs except for copious amounts of CBD oil all the time. All right, because it keeps me, you know, keeps me level, keeps the head not hurting.
Keeps the head not
migraines, chronic masturbator, migraines. I'd like to get a guy for sourcing things, but not drugs, really. That seems weird. KK is now being called the Ghislaine Maxwell of the Diddy Enterprise, the Combs Network. This, by the way, is in the lawsuit itself. So you're noticing a lot of bad stuff.
Schon wieder. Ey, das wird langsam zum System. Das wird langsam zum System von irgendwie mächtigen Abuser-Kerlen, die sich Frauen anheuern, die wiederum Opfer anheuern für diese Kerle. Das ist so unangenehm.
It's not only SA, but also accusations of sexual trafficking, which is very, very, very bad. And we've got a Ghislaine Maxwell to a Diddy, similar to the Jeffrey Epstein sort of thing that we covered in a previous video and that everybody knows about. Basically, this lawsuit saying there's a lot of bad stuff. And, you know, how can you prove it? Well, we'll get into that. There's a little more, though. Diddy's staff also were instructed to call Mr. Muhammad if they were ever pulled over by police in Miami or California. A little corruption style there. I'm not sure what that even is supposed to mean. In September of 2022, there was also an alleged shooting that took place at the Chalice recording studio in Los Angeles. There was a heated altercation, allegedly, between Diddy and his son and his son's friend G, where Jones then heard shots ring out and saw Diddy and his son leave, and G was in the bathroom in the fetal position bleeding because he had been shot. Jones moved him to the front of the studio where an ambulance came and picked him up. Also, Jones alleges that Diddy told him to tell the police that the shooting took place just from a random drive-by shooter, which is absolutely crazy. I don't know if he did that, or not. The lawsuit then goes on to say that the LAPD spent hours in the restroom and they didn't make any arrests and didn't even clean the blood off the floor, which I don't believe they do that anyways, but Diddy hired a cleaning crew to clean it up the next morning. Hours! I don't know why hours. There were no arrests. I'm not sure what. Maybe they were paid off. Maybe that's what they're alleging here. Who knows? The shooting was definitively concluded to have taken place about a half block away, and was the result of a robbery. And then G made his way to the studio because he was familiar with P. Diddy and his son. And even the Chalice recording studio where it allegedly happened, Jones is alleging this. They made a statement in regard to the shooting. The amended filing includes a message. The shooting occurred a half block away from Chalice, and it was the result of a robbery. There are police reports corroborating this. Please wait for facts to come out before you start contributing to the defamation of our organization. But Jones maintains that police saw the blood in the bathroom and they still went with the bogus claim. This is all Jones. This is saying a lot, though. And the reason Jones is saying this, I believe, is because of the perceived connection and ties to law enforcement through Muhammad and his reputation of having people and problems disappear, or whatever the they were trying to say. 2 months later, police arrested 3 individuals that were allegedly involved in the shooting and a string of robberies. That includes the shooting of G on September 12th, 2022. Now, come to present day, P. Diddy's homes and businesses or whatever have been raided due to this trafficking lawsuits, I think.
Overnight, heavily armed federal authorities staging coordinated coast-to-coast raids at properties belonging to music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. Homeland Security investigations team seen descending on his multi-million-dollar home in Los Angeles, going room to room and hauling away boxes. Across the country, more investigators swarmed the rapper's property in a wealthy section of Miami, appearing to carry out a laptop.
I'm not sure. He flew away. He flew away like a large bird, and he escaped this, and now he's in the Caribbean, as far as we know. This shit just, like, started happening yesterday, basically.
It's a gloomy Tuesday morning here in Antigua, and we're here because of this aircraft in focus. So here we see a black Gulfstream. Registration number, the tail number is November 1969 Charlie. And as we understand,
this
Gulfstream is registered owner is Sean Diddy Combs.
So that fucking escaped the Caribbean, as far as we know, on his little PJ, but his many homes and mansions have been raided by Homeland Security.
Yeah, that's gonna do quickly.
Phones, all that shit have been seized.
A Homeland Security investigation spokesperson told ABC News on Monday, quote, earlier today, Homeland Security Investigations New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, that's Homeland Security, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners.
There are sources that say he was in Miami when his Miami home was raided, and the speed at which they raided and the violence and momentum that they approached that whole situation with suggests that they were worried about evidence being destroyed and deleted. It was a old-fashioned no-knock. It was pretty interesting to see.
Multiple sources tell NBC News Combs was in Miami during the searches.
No-knock auch
several
kaputt,
phones
Alter.
seized before he was scheduled to leave for a trip to the Bahamas.
The speed at which it appears these raids were conducted suggests that agents were concerned that they needed to secure evidence quickly and prevent anyone from destroying evidence before they got there.
Why exactly was he raided? It wasn't all because of the first lawsuit. It I'm sure had something to do with it, but there was a lawsuit open in New York that alleges insane levels of trafficking, human trafficking.
According to NBC News, a source indicated that federal authorities have interviewed 3 women and 1 man in New York in connection to allegations of trafficking, assault, and the solicitation and distribution of illegal drugs and firearms, and that interviews with other individuals are also planned.
And on top of this, quite a few people have come forward saying that bad things happen between them as underage thems versus P. Diddy. It's pretty bad. There was a woman, a Jane Doe in 2023 that opened a suit against him as well. And this is part of a string of many other women who have raised their voices against Diddy recently. And Jones, Little Rod. Apparently, P. Diddy preyed on vulnerable high school aged teenagers, and it was all part of a
high school
scheme. There's a lot of stuff that's lining up here. It seems like the buck has stopped, though, for Mr. Diddy. So many lawsuits, so many allegations. I don't think I've ever seen so many outside of Jeffrey Epstein. All these allegations, to me, are insane, and the fact that they are leading to more and more allegations that are coming out, it inclines me to believe it is true. As to someone that, you know, is watching, plus the Homeland Security raid,
Warum endet in der letzten Zeit jedes...
being arrested.
Warum endet in der letzten Zeit jedes YouTube-Video auf diese Weise? Ey, ohne Witz, ich glaube, wir sind gerade am Scheideweg so. Ich glaube gerade also generell durch den Feminismus und durch dieses Aufbrechen, das erste Aufbrechen von Machtstrukturen dieser Art, kommen solche Fälle halt jetzt eher in die Mitte der Gesellschaft, vor allen Dingen auch durch das Internet. Sodass wir halt mehr solcher Fälle hören und natürlich, das sind die Fälle, die in Hollywood passieren und in Hollywood weiß man ja schon jahrelang, dass da halt einfach ekelhafte Machtstrukturen herrschen. So, und durch das Internet gibt es neue Arten von Machtstrukturen. Und durch die Kommunikation, die wir jetzt haben, sehen wir sowas noch viel mehr. Und ich glaube, ich glaube, so viele Menschen, die man kennt, sind Teile von solchen Strukturen. So viele Menschen. Das ist halt, also, wundert mich irgendwie nicht, aber irgendwie doch auch wieder. Und das ist alles so komisch.
Crazy. And apparently Diddy was in Miami when his home was being raided. Sources are that TMZ has a video of him outside the Miami airport, and he looks panicked. He looks a little bit upset. He looks a little scared here. He's just walking back and forth. Dude, me when my stomach hurts and I'm waiting to have to go poop
again.
You
wonder what's gonna happen next, Diddy.
Damn, this guy's commentating on it. Let's have a slow-mo shot of Diddy walking. Look at him. He seems like a nice guy from afar. I'm naive, though. I'm naive. His home has been seized. His name has been tarnished. There's probably 15 more lawsuits coming soon. No doubt P is a little freaked out. My boy P. Just kidding. He's not my boy. He's also 54. He's old. Now, as you can imagine, the internet, Twitter, all that is having a massive meltdown over this drama. People are tweeting about the P. Diddy crimes, the old ones that have been brought up. There's old clips surfacing of 50 Cent, Cat Williams, and more talking about P. Diddy. 50 Cent even posted on Instagram talking about Jay-Z, saying he was missing and asked if anybody had seen him, which I'm not sure exactly what this means. It is pretty funny. He's poking fun at P. Diddy, though. I like that. 50 Cent, he seems like a pretty cool guy.
I look at the computer say, Floyd said, T.I. Nelly 50. I'm like, what did he say me for?
Alarm!
Your first baby mama.
Alarm!
Bravo!
Wir lieben euch! Wir sind alles liebe Menschen! Ja! Wir lieben uns alle!
Frohe Weihnachten! Ja, was geht da schon wieder ab? Was geht da schon wieder ab? Was habt ihr euch gegeben, dass ihr Weihnachtsgefühle habt? Einen wunderschönen guten Abend. Frohe Weihnachten. Was zur Hölle? Und wieso ist meine Schwester in deinem Raid, Alpha Kevin? Was hast du mit... Was? Und warum bist du nicht bei mir? Und du supportest Alpha... Willkommen. Horst Rabenhorst, moin. Einen wunderschönen guten Abend. Was ist hier schon wieder los, ey? Was ist hier schon wieder los, ey? Ich kann das doch alles nicht, ey. Und warum weißt du, wer meine Schwester ist? Das ist sogar noch weird. Ich kann das alles nicht. Willkommen. Keine Ahnung, warum ihr Weihnachten feiert, aber ich hoffe, ihr hattet einen angenehmen Stream. Unser Stream ist sehr schmerzhaft. Wir gucken uns gerade ein englisches Video an. Auf abklingender Basis. Und zwar geben wir uns, warum P. Diddy irgendwie ein wenig predatory unterwegs ist. Das ihr VIP gegeben und 1:1 kann ich noch zusammenzählen. Ja, okay, Argument. Meinungsblogger und ihre Fähigkeit 1 und 1 zusammenzuzählen. Schlimm ist das. Also, falls ihr noch ein bisschen Schmerz übrig habt, so. Also genau richtig. Es tut hart weh. Es tut weh.
Then took your fiance. Say that nigga.
He's that Smartwater fella, isn't he? I think he is.
Curtis Jackson again. You guys know, without a doubt, I promote vitamin water the best. Vitamin water!
None of those other guys would do that.
Shit.
Was? Warum gibt es diesen Clip? Warum? Das löscht du doch. Nee, das war Vitaminwasser. Ich wünsche dir einen angenehmen Abend noch. Vielen Dank für den Raid, ey. Warum existiert dieser Clip? Und wieso hat er Wasser vom Dinges runtergegossen, ey?
That wasn't part of the skit.
I'm the candy guy. If you want to buy some candy, go to sour.gg. I make candy. We make candy. We got a big team out there making candy. It's pretty delicious. Cat Williams, he's been talking about exposing big demons for a while now and said that they'll be catching hell in 2024 is the year of the... What is it? The year of the rat? No, it's the year of...
An der Stelle, wer Cat Williams nicht kennt, so ist ein schwarzer Comedian. Und der hat irgendwie vor ein paar Monaten irgendwie sowas, ein Interview gegeben. Und er ist so einer... Der haut die ganze Zeit Namen raus. Der expost ja links und rechts, schmeißt er die Leute vor den Bus. So. Es gibt irgendwie so einen 2 Stunden Podcast oder sowas, wo er effektiv so gut wie jeden Celebrity effektiv vor den Bus wirft. So. Wollte ich eigentlich mal drauf reagiert haben, weil das ist schon unangenehm, wie er die Leute wegfrontet. So. Das ist der Kerl, der ist schon uralt, so, der macht sich keine Sorgen mehr, aber der wirft sie alle vom Bus. Das ist so krass. Und anscheinend, ja, hat er auch PD outgecallt.
What is it? What is it? The year of the is it a wood pig year? What? I don't know. Who cares? But regardless of that, 2024 is the year that all lies will be exposed, according to Catissimus Dorsai.
All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Moin.
The truth is the light.
Big deviants, bud. Drake style, all right? Swing that thing around. I'm kind of a big deviant myself a little bit, you know? Ever seen that Drake video? Imagine that, but that's mine folded in half. It seemed like Catissimus Williams actually knew what was going to happen now, because he mentioned his name
Cat Williams ist erst 52. Der ist erst 42? Ich finde, der sieht super alt aus für einen Schwarzen. Diddy, also P. Diddy sieht deutlich jünger aus und der ist 54 anscheinend. Cat Williams sieht irgendwie super alt aus. I don't know.
Who else is going to go down this year? I'm excited to see what happens, dude. This is a year for justice so far, it seems like. And a lot of other terrible stuff, though. Unfortunately, a lot of bad shit's been happening lately. Oh, here comes the Black Swan. This is insane, by the way. Like, someone like me who's not really in the world that much, but I'm interested in it, right? I actually care what happens. And a lot of, you know, the popular culture zeitgeist don't really care. But it's more like watching sports. I kind of care. Just for,
sport,
a little bit of fun, whatever. It's not a priority of mine by any means. P. Diddy's kind of a big deal. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know that shit, and now I do, and it's fucking insane. And people been combing P. Diddy's past with a fine-tooth brush. I don't want to say comb twice. There are so many suspicious things that have happened in this man's past, whether it's interactions with other megastars or artists talking about him in ways that are incredibly off-putting. 50 Cent does not like him. We've learned that already. When Justin Bieber was only 15 years old, him and Pitty spent some time together. There was a clip circulating online that Pitty offered him a car when he was 16 in a mansion when he turns 18, which is fucking crazy.
But yeah.
What? Dass die sich kennen und dass das nicht gut. Der hat sich gerne mal in Machtsituationen bewegt, wie wir gerade schon auch schon gehört haben in dem Video, mit Menschen, die sich ihm gegenüber nicht wehren können. Justin Bieber wurde also eventuell von dem ein wenig
Keys is yours when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay, I get the mansion.
Yeah.
Then he starts talking about spending 48 hours together and saying how it's going to be a 15-year-old's dream. I don't know what the f that means.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
He then also says that
Wie, er kann das nicht... Was? Was? Wurde auch schon öfter in aller Öffentlichkeit sexuell angegangen, allerdings von einer Frau. Ja, an den Fall erinnere ich mich. Ich meine auch noch was von Usher gehört zu haben, dass da auch irgendwie... Dass der bei P. Diddy gewohnt hat und so und dass da irgendwie auch so orgienmäßig und sowas, so allegedly. Also, der war da deutlich jünger und ist alles so... Und um Mario auch? Von dem hat man auch gar nichts mehr gehört. Der hatte doch diesen einen krassen Song, einen krassen Hit. Mario, wie war der noch? Hatte der eine krasse Karriere hingelegt? Ich meine mich zu erinnern. Von der Mario. Icebox, ja, safe. Ja, safe. Meine erste Freundin, die war so obsessed mit dem Song Icebox. Obsessed. Digga. Damn, stimmt. Und der ist irgendwie verschwunden. Der war richtig am Start. Lol, 800. Da hat er noch mit einem Video mit Chris Brown und mit Gina Yoki oder wie der heißt. 875 Millionen Aufrufe auf dem Song. Und dann irgendwie... Ja. Aber ein Lied von... Die groß gemacht. Ja, das auf jeden. Die hat den groß gemacht, aber... Gar nicht mal so nice, von dem Dude hier groß gemacht zu werden, von dem Creep. I don't know.
That he's got custody of Justin, and then follows that up with how the fact that Justin is signed to Usher and how he has legal guardianship of Usher.
You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album.
Das finde ich auch ganz komisch, dieses Guardianship, so dass du halt für das Kind mäßig, verantwortlich mäßig und auch mündig, also dass du halt als Elternteil effektiv, wie nennt man das auf Deutsch? Guardianship. Ich habe Gänsepelle. Ja, das ist ganz komisch, das ist ganz schrimmig. Wie nennt sich das? Du bist effektiv sozusagen Vormundschaft. Du bist effektiv der Vormund, also du bist sozusagen in der Lage, rechtskräftig für diese Menschen Geschäfte zu führen, für diese Kinder. So, und wie willst du vorsorgeberechtigt? Genau, vorsorgeberechtigt, genau. So, und das ist halt komplett messed up. Ich meine, wenn du Predator bist, so, und dann am Schnackseln bist mit dem Kind oder was weiß ich was alles, ich will gar nicht wissen, was da alles abgegangen ist und so. Wie willst du dagegen vorgehen? Wie willst du deinen eigenen Vormund verklagen? Wenn du auch bei dem wohnst, auf sein Geld angewiesen, auf seine ganze Struktur angewiesen bist, wahrscheinlich hast du nicht mal ein Handy oder ein Telefon oder sowas. Und du könntest dich ja gar nicht gegen wehren. Das ist alle Creeps denken sich, Bruder, danke Staat an der Stelle für die Vormundschaft so. Das ist ganz gruselig, ganz komisches Konzept. Britney Spears, ja, bei Britney Spears, aber da war es ja die Eltern. Da war ja Vormundschaft die Eltern, so, er ist ja nicht mit denen verwandt. So, das ja, und bei Britney Spears war es ja schon schwierig und komisch, weil die Eltern das hier so, ne, ihr Vater, glaube ich, war das, ne? So, aber die haben ja gar nichts am Hut. Familie. So, das ist also... Weiß ich nicht.
I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me.
Like, because you are his, you are also mine. Very strange. He then says that they're gonna go buck full crazy, which I don't know what the that means, but in light of what's coming out, I don't want to speculate, to be honest. Then Justin says, let's go get some girls. Don't know what that means.
And we gonna go buck full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang out with some girls.
Bro, du bist 15. Bro, du bist 15. Darfst du nicht Auto fahren in Amerika? Nicht mal in Amerika. Auch in Begleitung wahrscheinlich, ne? In Begleitung wahrscheinlich ab 16. So. Aber was willst du mit Girls? Bruder, du bist 15. Du hast immer Bart. Oder Haare auf der Brust. Hilfe. What the hell?
Man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about.
This was 15 years ago, by the way, so it's just...
That's so weird.
Strange. The specific mention of Usher, by the way, is intriguing to me because there's a video of Usher talking about his experience living with Diddy at age 13.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn some...
Puffy Flavor Camp, Digga, das klingt so falsch. Das klingt so falsch.
Camp. Yeah, that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Yeah, so it goes all the way back to the 90s, and Usher said he saw some interesting things, and I saw some interesting things at that Super Bowl halftime show. I tell you what.
Ein ganzes Jahr.
Like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
Not really. Not really ist kein klares Nein. Der Bre war 13, ne? Also, ich weiß jetzt nicht, wie man Kinder erziehen in der Pubertät sollte, so, aber mit 13 weiß ich nicht, ob Orgie in einem Haus von einem Rapper, der eventuell auch mit einem Mord an einem anderen Rapper in Verbindung gebracht werden kann, ob das der richtige Ort ist für einen 13-Jährigen. I don't know. Ja, es ist halt ein Fiebertraum, ohne Witz.
hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
It's just really weird, dude. The whole thing is really weird. Diddy, obviously a massive, big chungus monster, the Jeffrey Epstein of the rap world.
Wo waren Ushers Eltern?
Is this just like a thing that happens a lot and we're just fine?
Da, wo immer die Eltern von Kinderstars sind. Away. Weil die müssen ja, ne, Kinderstars, die müssen ja sich entfalten können und Geld machen, was weiß ich als. Hat sich Justin dazu geäußert? Mich würde seine Perspektive interessieren. Beim Geld sind die. Sehr wahrscheinlich, ey. Würde mich aber auch interessieren, was Justin Bieber jetzt dazu sagt. Aber der hat doch zurzeit auch irgendwie mit der Krankheit zu kämpfen oder irgendwie sowas so. Und ich glaube nicht, dass der sich, bevor alles klar ist, dazu äußern wird, weil P. Diddy, so, der hat Dudes und so, die lassen Probleme verschwinden. So weiß ich nicht, ob ich dann an seiner Stelle mich da hinstellen würde und sagen würde, oh, wo ist er? Weiß ich nicht. Mutter war Momager. Safe. Safe. Zu viel. Das ist auch so ein Riesenproblem in dieser Szene. Wenn deine Eltern dich effektiv als auch wieder so menschenhandelstechnisch verkaufen gehen. Los, Kind. Kinderarbeit ist gut. Jetzt mach mal, ne? Komm. Verdienen wir unserer Familie ein bisschen Geld.
Finding out about it now for some reason. All I know is we need Lil Rod to tweet, I'm not S-word. I'd say, you know, like he's a sound of mind, whatever it is, because he might get whistleblowed. I'm not sure what's going on here. Will Diddy be charged? We have no idea. Ultimately, we need to wait and see, guys. But it seems like it's over for Pity.
Sean motherfucking Combs. You, your mammy, your daddy, you ain't the pappy. Well, you probably is. You're giving AIDS. You're giving AIDS. Stop f***ing people up the ass and stop getting up the ass with little kids. You are Kelly, Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, all y'all motherfuckers. I hope you...
Jo, stell dir vor, du wirst mit Harvey Weinstein, R. Kelly und hier, wie heißt der, wie heißt der Dude, der Blinde, der den Girls Roofies ins Getränke... Bill Cosby. In einem Epstein auch, in einer Aufzählung erwähnt, so, hast du auch alles falsch gemacht im Leben. Ach du Scheiße.
There you have it, guys. New York City for you.
Is that legal to say I hope someone dies? Because I might start saying that if that's legal. But justice first.
Nee, Alter. Ich distanziere mich von jeglichen Äußerungen in diese Richtung. Ich würde sowas niemals tätigen und vor allen Dingen denke ich sowas nicht. Vor allen Dingen nicht, wenn wir solche Fälle hören oder wenn wir mal wieder über anders katastrophale Familienblogger sprechen. Nein. Sowas denke ich niemals und sage es auch niemals. Denn das macht man nicht. Das ist böse. Freunde, die bis hier zurückgeschaut haben. Mein Gott, ich kann nicht reden. Ich kann nicht mehr reden. Ganz ehrlich. Ich moderiere auch gar nicht ab. Kommt, wem mache ich was vor, als ob ich professionell bin? Na, gebt einen Kommentar in die Kommentarsektion und was weiß ich was so, wenn dein Kopf noch mitgemacht hat bis zu diesem Punkt. Und kommentiere in dem Bereich, du kannst nicht abmoderieren oder sowas.